Assalamu alaikum. Today we will learn about a right angle triangle and the rules that we can apply on the right angle triangle. Now, what is a right angle triangle? A right angle triangle is a triangle in which one angle is of 90 degree. Now, this one is a triangle ABC. In this triangle, angle B is of 90 degree. Because of this 90 degree triangle, this triangle is known as a right angle triangle. And we mark the right angle triangle with a square sign. Now, there are two other angles in this triangle. One is, name this angle as X and this angle as Y. Now, the first rule which we can apply on the right angle triangle is the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras. Now, in a right angle triangle, the side opposite to 90 degree is known as the hypotenuse. Now, the side opposite to 90 degree, B is the 90 degree angle. The side opposite to 90 degrees AC, and AC is known as the hypotenuse, and this one is the longest side in the triangle. Now, Pythagoras theorem states that hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Now we will name one side as perpendicular and the other one as base. We name BC as perpendicular and AB as a base. This law is applicable to all the right angle triangles. Now, we will verify that this one is a 90 degree triangle or not. ABC is a right angle triangle in which BC is equal to 3, AB is equal to 4, and AC is equal to 5. Now, the longest side is 5 and opposite to 90 degree, this one is hypotenuse. We will substitute this 5 at the place of hypotenuse, then base with 4 and perpendicular with 3. Now 25 is equal to 16 plus 9, 25 is equal to 25. Now this one is, this triangle satisfies the Pythagoras rule. This triangle is a 90 degree triangle. Now, with the help of Pythagoras rule, we can find out one side of the triangle if other two are given. Now, this one is the right angle triangle, ABC, with right angle at B. This AC hypotenuse is 13 because this one is opposite to 90 degree. This side is 12. We want to find out BC. The side opposite to the angle A is known as small a. The side opposite to angle B is known as small b. And the side opposite to angle C is known as small c. We want to find out the value of A. As we know that this one is a 90 degree triangle, we can apply the Pythagoras rule on this triangle. According to Pythagoras rule, hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Now hypotenuse is 13, base is 12, and the perpendicular is unknown, which is A. Now 169 now 169 is equal to 144 plus A square. 169 minus 144 is equal to A square. A square is equal to 25. By taking the square root, the value of A is 5. So with the help of Pythagoras, we can find out the third side of the right angle triangle if other two sides are given. Now, we will talk about the ratio of the sides of the right angle triangle. This one is a right angle triangle, PQR. With R a 90, with Q as a 90-degree triangle, 90-degree angle. The side opposite to Q is denoted by small q. The side opposite to capital R is denoted by small r. And the side opposite to the angle P is known as small p. Now, we will consider one angle of this triangle other than 90 degree. If we consider this angle and name that angle as x, then the side opposite to known as the perpendicular. The side opposite to known as the perpendicular of x. And the side adjacent to x is known as the base of x. If we will consider this angle and name this angle as y, then the side opposite to y is known as the perpendicular of y. And the side adjacent to y is known as base of y. Now, if we will change the angle, then we will have to change the perpendicular and the base. Now, the ratio of perpendicular to the hypotenuse is known as sine. Ratio of perpendicular to hypotenuse is known as sine. We will consider the angle y. So sine y is equal to perpendicular over hypotenuse. It means sine y is equal to, with respect to y, the perpendicular is QR and the hypotenuse is PR. The ratio of perpendicular to the hypotenuse is known as sine. Now the ratio of base to the hypotenuse is known as cosine or cos. So cos y is equal to base over hypotenuse. According to y, the base is PQ and the hypotenuse is the same, that is opposite to R, that is PR. Now, the ratio of perpendicular to the base is known as tangent or tan y. Now, according to the y, the perpendicular is RQ and the base is PQ. Now, how can we use these three ratios, sine, cos, and tan, to find out the unknown sides or angle of the triangle? Now, the question is, triangle XYZ is given with y as the 90-degree angle. Now, opposite to y is hypotenuse. And This angle is given 30 degree. This one is given 3. We want to find out the other two sides of the triangle. Now, angle is given 30 degree and the side opposite to the angle. According to this 30, the side opposite to 30 is known as the perpendicular. Now, if we will consider the angle 30 in this triangle, then the perpendicular is 3 and the base is xy. Now we want to find out xy and xz. Perpendicular is given. We want to find out the base. पहले हम xy फाइंड आउट करने की कोशिश करते हैं. हम हाइपोटेन्यूज भी फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं, लेकिन पहले हम xy फाइंड आउट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट xy. नाउ xy is the base and yz is the perpendicular. Now in which ratio there is both base and perpendicular are given. Now you can see that in tan both base and perpendicular are given. So we will use the formula tan. Y is the angle in this triangle XYZ. The angle given is 30 is equal to perpendicular over base. Perpendicular is 3, base is unknown, tan 30. Now we will use cross multiplication. Base is equal to 3 over tan 30. We will use calculator to find out the base. 3 over tan 30 is the use of calculator. 3 divided by tan 30 is 5.196, or the final answer is 5.2. Now we will find out the third side, that is XC. To find out the third side, now we have two sides, 5.2 and 3. To find out the third side, we can use the Pythagoras rule, but we will use the trigonometric ratio to find out the third side. Now, base 5.2 and hypotenuse h is given. Sorry, base is given, angle is given. We want to find out the hypotenuse. Now, in which rule there is base and hypotenuse? Cos. We will use this rule. We will write down cos 30 is equal to base over hypotenuse. In this case, according to 30, the base is 5.2, the hypotenuse is unknown. So hypotenuse is equal to 5.2 divided by cos 30. And with the help of calculator, 5.2 divided by cos 30 is 6. So the hypotenuse is 6. Now we want to find out all the angles and all the sides of the triangle. We have all the three sides. Two angles are given. One is 30, other one is 90. Now we want to find out this angle X. Now we know that in a triangle, the sum of all the angles is 180 degrees. So 30 plus X plus 90 is equal to 180. X plus 120 is equal to 180. X is equal to 180 minus 120 is equal to 60 degrees. So all the with the help of trigonometric ratios, we have all the sides of this triangle and we have the third angle of the triangle. Now Look at another example. Now, the question is, solve the triangle ABC. This one is a triangle given ABC. This angle is 90 degree. The side opposite to 90 degrees hypotenuse. Now, these two sides are given. Now we want to find out the third side and the angle A and the angle C. Now, consider one angle. कोई एक angle consider करें other than 90. I will consider this angle C. According to C, the side opposite to C is the base, is the perpendicular, sorry. So 4 is the perpendicular according to C. This one is perpendicular according to C. Name this angle as X according to angle X. And the side adjacent to C is the base of C. Base of X. Now, base and perpendicular are given. We will use the trigonometric ratio to find out the angle X. Now, in which trigonometric ratios both base and perpendicular are there? Yes, this one, tan. So we will write down tan X is equal to perpendicular over base. According to X, the perpendicular is 4 AB and the base is BC3. Now tan X is equal to 4 over 3. Now we'll shift tan. We want to find X. We will shift tan on the right hand side. When we will shift tan on the right hand side, it will become tan inverse 4 by 3. Now in the calculator, you can see that alongside tan, there is also written tan inverse. So, and we can use the key tan inverse with the shift sign. Now, first of all, we will press shift tan and we will write down 4 divided by 3. And the answer is 53.1. So we have one angle, 53.1. We want to find out the other angle. Name this angle as y. Now, x plus y plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. We have the value of x 53.1 plus y is equal to 90 is equal to 180. Y plus 143.1 is equal to 180 degree. Y is equal to 180 minus 143.1 is equal to 36.9. Now this one is the value of y. Now we have x, y, 3 and 4. We have all the angles and two sides. To find out the third side, we can use the Pythagoras law, or we can use trigonometric ratios of sine or cos. I will try to find out the hypotenuse with the help of sine. Now, we can consider any angle. We can consider x, we can consider y. I will consider y. So sine y, according to y, the perpendicular, the side opposite to y is BC. And the hypotenuse is, as we know that sine is perpendicular over hypotenuse, the hypotenuse is AC. Now y is 63.1, 63.9, 36.9. Sine 36.9 is equal to BC is 3 over AC. Now, using cross multiplication, AC is equal to 3 over sine 36.9. And with the help of calculator, 3 divided by sine 36.9 is equal to 5. Now, with the help of sine, cos, and tan, we are able to find out all the sides and the angles of the triangle. We can find out the third side with the help of Pythagoras rule too. When we will use the Pythagoras rule, hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So, hypotenuse is AC, that is unknown. Hypotenuse square is equal to base is, you can take any side as the base or the perpendicular, is 4 square plus 3 square. Hypotenuse square is equal to 16 plus 9. Hypotenuse square is equal to 25. Hypotenuse is equal to 9. You can see that with the help of Pythagoras, the answer is same. So we can use the trigonometric ratio or the Pythagoras rule to find out the hypotenuse. Now, on a right angle triangle, we can use 4 rules. Number 1 is Pythagoras rule. Number 2 is sine x is equal to perpendicular over hypotenuse. Number 3 is cos x is equal to base over hypotenuse. And number 4 is tan x is equal to perpendicular over base. These are the 4 rules which we can use on a right angle. Thank you.